Have you ever met someone whose life completely changed in the most unexpected way? Today, on Soulmind Islam Reflections, we bring you the inspiring story of Lauren Booth, a well-known British journalist, TV presenter, and writer who found Islam after a journey she never saw coming. Lauren Booth was born in London in 1967. Her family was deeply rooted in the media and arts. Her mother was a model, and her father was the famous actor Tony Booth. For many years, Lauren followed a similar path, dreaming of acting in Hollywood. But life had different plans. After years of acting, she retrained as a journalist and worked for major media outlets like the BBC, Sky News, and the Daily Mail. At that time, she had no interest in religion, especially not Islam. Her first real encounter with Islam came after the 9/11 attacks. Watching the news and feeling the pain of what was to come, she thought, which innocent country will be blamed for this? That thought revealed her inner values. She always stood up for justice. While others were quick to blame Muslims, Lauren began to question. If Islam is truly a threat, why has it existed peacefully for over 1,400 years with billions of followers? That was her first step toward understanding something deeper. What really changed her heart was her journey to Palestine. She felt an unexplained push, almost like an invisible hand guiding her there. She didn't know the language, had no contacts, yet found herself in the West Bank. At first, she carried with her the fear that many in the West are taught to feel. One day, while entering an elevator with armed Palestinian guards, she misheard a phrase and thought they were saying they'd harm her. That moment made her realize how deeply her own fears and prejudices had taken root. But everything shifted in just 72 hours. The kindness, hospitality, and warmth of the Palestinian people stunned her. Despite living under oppression, they offered her food, coats, and smiles. She couldn't believe how people with so little could be so generous. One moment stayed in her heart forever, when a young man bought her an English translation of the Quran as a gift. When she offered to pay him, he refused. Instead, he simply said, "Don't forget Palestine." Her journey continued. In Gaza, during Ramadan, she witnessed a family fasting without food or water, yet filled with peace. She asked the mother, "Why do you fast if you have nothing?" The woman replied, "We fast to remember the poor." That answer touched Lauren's soul. She thought to herself, if this is Islam, then maybe I want to be Muslim too. Eventually, she opened the Quran and started reading. Surah Al-Fatiha felt familiar, much like the Lord's Prayer. But when she reached Surah Al-Baqarah, she felt something powerful. The verses seemed to speak directly to her, calling out her inner contradictions. She closed the book, shaken. Nice people, crazy book, she thought at the time. But the seed had been planted. Along the way, she met everyday Muslims who guided her gently, especially Somali taxi drivers in London who weren't afraid to speak the truth about Islam. Through them, she learned more about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. She was amazed that a man who couldn't read or write had changed hearts and societies with compassion and wisdom. She began to love the Prophet, even before becoming Muslim. In 2007, Lauren took a job at the Islam Channel. She told them, "Don't try to convert me and I won't wear hijab." But the more she met scholars and Muslim speakers, the more Islam found a home in her heart. In 2010, during a reporting trip to Iran, she entered a mosque during Ramadan. She wasn't looking for religion, she was looking for a story. But inside the mosque, something shifted. She made a simple prayer. "O Allah, thank you for all that you've given me. Please bless Palestine." At that moment she knew. She believed in one God, and she believed in Prophet Muhammad. When she returned to London, she didn't want to wait. She went to a mosque and said her shahada. She described it like gold bars falling from her tongue, as if something heavy was finally released from her heart. From that moment, she became Muslim. The early days weren't easy. Her mother mocked her choice, calling Muslims crazy people. Others assumed she had been brainwashed. But Lauren focused on becoming a better daughter, a better mother, and a better human being. Before her father passed away, they shared a deep spiritual conversation. Though he didn't take the Shahada, he expressed belief in one God and acknowledged the Prophet Muhammad. For her, that moment brought peace. After embracing Islam, Lauren's media career took a hit. She was no longer invited to TV programs. She noticed that while Muslim women in hijab now appeared on the news, it was rare to see a convert in that space. She understood why, because choosing Islam meant being open about God, and mainstream media wasn't ready for that conversation. But Lauren never looked back. She found peace, purpose, and joy in Islam. One day, on a plane, she met a British man who smelled of alcohol and looked rough on the outside. He started crying, saying he felt ashamed for judging her. She comforted him and gave him a Quran in English. That's the beauty of faith. It transforms not just our lives, but the lives of those around us. Lauren Booth's story is a reminder that guidance comes in mysterious ways. Sometimes it begins with a question, a moment of honesty, or even a misunderstood word. What matters is how we respond to those moments. Her journey shows us that Islam is not about being perfect. It's about being sincere. May Allah guide all sincere hearts and continue to bless those who search for truth. Don't forget to subscribe to Soulmind Islam Reflections for more inspiring stories like this. Until next time, peace be upon you all.